Welcome back to the show, everyone. We have added one to our set. He's a familiar face in the Myrtle Beach golf community. Scott Tomasello joins us.
Thanks for joining us, Scott. Now, the T's tournament director of the PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com World Amateur Championship that comes to the Grand Strand in August. So, Scott, first off, just tell us a little bit about this event and kind of what goes into it.
Yes, the 35th anniversary of this event. It started as a way to get people here into town, and it's grown throughout the ages. Obviously, 3,000 players here coming every August at the late end of the season in the summer, playing golf, having fun, enjoying the beach.
How'd the event get its start? Obviously, you said 35 years ago. You haven't been around, obviously, for all 35 years, but how'd this thing kind of get going, and how much traction has it really gained here?
It's grown monumentally throughout the ages. Obviously, 1984, 35 years ago, it started as an idea on a napkin back in the day, and it really started as a way to get tourists to the Grand Strand, get them to play golf, get them to experience the shopping, the beaches, everything that we really have to offer. It started that year. We had a little over 600 participants. And in the time that's followed, we've had over 50,000 unique visitors to the Grand Strand, 3,000 annually coming every year, and we love having them.
You mentioned 3,000 golfers. To us, that's a daunting number of people that you have to manage. I mean, just what kind of hours goes in? You mentioned you have a pretty full team out there as well.
We've got a full team of about 4 and a golf tourism solution who operates the event. We're a team of about 15 or 20. You know, it's a full-time job for us. We love doing it. It is something that takes up a lot of time, but if you put in the effort, it goes pretty smoothly, we think, at the end of the day. But we want to make sure that everybody has a good time. It could be your first time. It could be your 30th time. The biggest thing is that you leave having a good time. So, you know, it doesn't matter how long you've been here. We just want you to keep coming back, keep experiencing the good golf that we have here.
What challenges do you have putting on a tournament of this magnitude that goes on for more than 4 days? Obviously, the golf goes for 4 days, but there's so much more to it. What are the challenges you guys face putting it together?
There's always those little hiccups that you're not really anticipating. You know, when it comes to the golf, you know, your game might not be in shape, and we try to make sure that, you know, the food's great. You know, the chefs are on key there. You know, obviously when you see the first tee jitters there in the morning, we get those too as a staff. So we want to make sure it goes well, and really just putting in the work ahead of time. These golf courses that we work with have done it for 35 years, so they know the ins and outs of it, and we try and help them facilitate the tournament. These guys are pros. They know what they're doing. You know, when you have a good team behind everybody, it usually goes pretty smooth.
Now, you mentioned pros, but this is an event that's not necessarily geared towards pro golfers. Really, anyone can go out there and participate, right?
It is. We like to joke that it's kind of something that you could be as much like a PGA Tour event or as little like a PGA Tour event. You know, we've got the scratch division for the guys that are shooting 68, 67.
Okay.
And then we've got the guys kind of more like me who are, you know, 10, 15 handicaps, you know, just the everyday golfer. And then we've got...
And then the guys like us.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we've got, you know, the quote-unquote hacks, you know, but we've got a little bit of something for everybody. You know, it can be competitive. It can be a really serious event, but, you know, you can also let loose, have a beer at the 19th hole, and just kind of have fun.
And that happens at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. What's the 19th hole like for people?
It's kind of like a golfer's paradise. You know, it's got free food, open bar, live music. You know, you can dance, you can watch celebrity guests, give some pro tips to the guys that might not be doing so hot on the golf course. It's also got 70 exhibitors there showcasing products and services. So it's got a little bit of something for everybody. If you like golf, it's really your heaven.
You know, you've obviously put in a lot of these events. What's kind of been the most memorable part, would you say, through your time of putting these on?
I think seeing the guys that have never missed an event. There are 7 players who have played in all 35 events every single year, and to me, that's just something that says a lot about what we've created here. You know, to never miss it. You know, these guys are. There's a quote that this Fred Pugh, he's a longtime participant. He says, you know, before I pay my car insurance, I'm paying my entry fees to the World Amateur, and you know, that speaks to me. That makes me feel really good about what we've done here. And, you know, I love to have them back, and it's guys like that keep us doing it.
What's the feedback been like for the golfers? What have some people said, some positive things that keep them coming back every year?
The best thing that they like is that, you know, you can come 3, 4, 5 years, and you're not going to play the same golf course twice. With the abundance of golf in the area, you know, you can come back. You know, I've been here quite a while. I still haven't played all the golf courses here in town. So I think that's what keeps them coming back, and we try and make it organized and professional because, you know, we want to make it like a PGA Tour experience. It's not something that you're going to get every day at your home club. You know, this is very unique, and quite frankly, Myrtle Beach is pretty much the only place that something like this could be hosted.
I was just saying, you know, real quick, I mean, this is the golf capital of the country. Could you have asked for a better place to put it on?
That's right. I mean, literally, this is the place to be. This is the Golf Capital Awards where America comes to play.
Absolutely. August the 27th through August the 30th coming up in about 2 months or so. A big event coming on. We thank Scott for joining us on the set.